Hello, I am a deep fake of Robin Wall Kimmerer, and today I want to reflect on a profound statement from Robin Wall Kimmerer in her book Braiding Sweetgrass. Wealth among traditional people is measured by having enough to give away. This simple yet profound idea invites us to rethink our relationship with wealth and community, both in the context of the past and in today's complex and interconnected world. Let's explore what this quote meant historically, its implications now, and how we can embrace its wisdom to navigate our current challenges. How it applied then. In traditional societies, wealth was never solely about accumulation. It was about sharing, connection, and reciprocity. Whether in Indigenous cultures, ancient agrarian communities, or tribal societies, wealth was measured not by what one hoarded, but by what one could give. This philosophy stems from a deep understanding of interdependence. Traditional people recognize that resources come from the earth, and the earth gives freely. In return, they felt a responsibility to ensure that the wealth they received was shared with their community. Generosity was not just an act of kindness, it was a social obligation, a way to sustain the balance and harmony that underpinned their way of life. For example, in Native American cultures, practices like the potlatch, a ceremonial feast where wealth was redistributed, demonstrated how giving was integral to social and spiritual life. Among other Indigenous peoples, sharing food, knowledge, and resources was essential to survival, as collective well-being took precedence over individual gain. In these societies, giving was a source of honor, connection, and purpose. Wealth was seen as a flow, not something static to be owned or controlled. How it applies now. Let us fast forward to today, and we live in a world where wealth is often defined by accumulation, money in a bank account, possessions, or status symbols. This individualistic mindset has led to profound inequalities, environmental degradation, and a disconnection from the deeper meaning of wealth. But Kimmerer's words call us back to a more sustainable and humane perspective: redistribution and community. In a time when the wealth gap is widening, the idea of giving becomes even more critical. Charitable giving, mutual aid networks, and community initiatives remind us of the importance of sharing what we have for the collective good. Environmental stewardship. Our planet's resources are finite, yet modern society often treats them as limitless. By embracing the traditional view of wealth, we are reminded to give back to the earth and ensure future generations can thrive. Mental and social wealth. Beyond material possessions, wealth can also mean time, knowledge, and emotional support. In an age where many feel isolated and disconnected, giving of ourselves, our attention, empathy, and understanding can be the most valuable gift. The information age has exacerbated disparities and created vast networks of influence. This era demands a rethinking of wealth, not just in terms of economic resources, but also in terms of the knowledge and information we share. Do we use our platforms to amplify voices, to educate, to support, or do we hoard influence for personal gain? A call to action. To embrace Kimmerer's wisdom, we must shift our perspective and our priorities. Rebuild community. Generosity is the foundation of trust and connection. By focusing on giving, whether it's time, resources, or ideas, we can rebuild the communal bonds that modern society often neglects. Rethink success. Instead of measuring success by what we own, let us measure it by the lives we've touched and the positive impact we've had on the world. Act as stewards. Whether it's the environment, information, or resources, we are stewards, not owners. Wealth flows through us, and our responsibility is to ensure it benefits as many as possible. The modern challenge, the information war. In the current information war, wealth also takes the form of truth and knowledge. Misinformation thrives on hoarding or distorting truth for personal or political gain. But the wealth of information is meant to be shared responsibly, empowering others rather than manipulating them. By redistributing knowledge ethically and with integrity, we fight against the erosion of trust and contribute to the betterment of society. Giving the truth, even when it's difficult, is an act of profound generosity. Conclusion: Robin Wall Kimmerer's words remind us of a timeless truth. Real wealth lies not in what we have, but in what we give. In the face of inequality, disconnection, and misinformation, this philosophy is more relevant than ever. Let us use this wisdom to guide our actions, whether it's sharing resources, building community, or spreading truth, for it is through giving that we find purpose, connection, and the true meaning of wealth. For more insights into how generosity, truth, and information shape our world today, visit informationwarfare.com. Together, we can navigate the challenges of our time and embrace the enduring values that unite us.